Okay, so next up we have our...
What is going on?
I'm dancing a lot. Welcome back to a brand new video. Last video, we ate foods from around the world. In last video, we tried a food called Pocky, which I really liked, as you see in this clip right here. Are these the best things I've ever tried? These are so good. If you have never tried these, go online, go find these. Order yourself some almond crush Pocky. So as you can see, I really liked Pocky. It was super good. And I had a couple people in the comments who said you can actually get these at any gas station. So I took their suggestions for today's video because I'm gonna be trying every Pocky in the world to see which Pocky is the best out of all the different flavors, because what can I say, there was a lot. So without further ado, I think we're gonna get into our first item, which is going to be...
I thought this was so broke.
Yeah, probably. So our actual first item is going to be the one I've already tried because I already know it's good. So again, we are gonna base this off presentation, smell, and taste. So as we saw in the last video, boom, presentation 10. Opens up, we have the almond crunch. I'm gonna keep this one fast because we did already see this last episode. Last time we gave this a 10 because it's just delicious. I can eat this whole thing. But we've seen this one. This is boring. So 10, 10, 10. Move on. Next up, we have the OG of Pocky, I think. I'm pretty sure this is like the original brand of Pocky. Pretty much it's just the sticks with the chocolate. So presentation-wise, I'm gonna give this one a 7 just because it doesn't open like the other ones. The other ones have like this cool flap, and this one's almost just like a regular cardboard box. The package inside is pretty cute. It's got a little Pocky writing on it, so still a 7. Smell-wise, it smells pretty good. I'd give this an 8. It almost smells just like chocolate. I don't think it'd be better than the almond one because like I just love almonds. But taste-wise, they do taste good. The almond just had like more than one flavor. This is almost just like a regular, but it still is delicious. So I'm gonna give this 7 on taste as well. Overall, not bad. I don't think this one's gonna be the winner this week, but I think we're gonna move on to see if our next one will be our winner. Next up, we have... okay, so this one matches that cut I now have on my head, red. So we have strawberry Pocky. I'm not the biggest fan of strawberries. I like just regular strawberries, but when it comes to like pie or something like that, I'm usually not a fan. Or even ice cream, I don't really like strawberry ice cream. But again, I'm picky. Presentation wise, we have to give this a 10 because it is the opening flap one with the 2 nice packages. So presentation has to be a 10 on this one. Now the sticks do look really beautiful. I would honestly say they look better than the almond ones, but we're gonna stick it with a 10. Smell wise, those actually smell really good. Well, they do smell like strawberry, but it's almost like a candy strawberry. I used to go to Max and get those like squishy candy strawberries that were like super sugary. This smells like that. So I give this smell wise a 10, even though I'm not the biggest strawberry fan. Being said that strawberry isn't my favorite, this is the best strawberry tasting like snack I've ever ate. I am gonna give this a 9. For some people, this might be their winner. But for me, I like almond better than strawberry, so we're gonna give it a 9. But overall, that was a really good version of the Pocky. Next up, we have... Ooh, we caught that one. This is chocolate banana Pocky. So again, very cool, very unique. Haven't seen this. Presentation wise, we gave the last one with a normal square box a 7, but this one does look a lot more appealing. It looks pretty beautiful. So we're gonna give presentation wise on this one an 8. Again, comes in only one big package, but this one is better looking than the original because it does have some banana in it, so it's a bit unique. I could smell the sticks as soon as they came out of the box. They also smell like those Max candies when I was a kid, where you'd go to the corner store and you get those like candy bananas that were super sugary. I used to literally inhale those things by the dozen. So this smells really appealing to me. Overall, we're gonna give this a 10 just because it is making me reminisce of going to those Macs and purchasing the bananas. Those are really good, so I give this a 10, and let's try and taste this and hope it actually tastes like those candies. I would say it does taste like those banana candies. The only difference is that it's less sugary. So I'm gonna give this a 9 on taste, because if it had more sugary taste to it and actually tastes like those candies, it'd be a home run. But since it's a little less toned down, it's not gonna get the 10 today, unfortunately. Overall, very, very good. And I think all of them should have that original box, because I don't know why these ones come in a square. But let's move on. Next up we have Pocky, but it is cookies and cream. Presentation wise, we're gonna give this a 7, just because it is, again, the less appealing box. Wish it had the better one, but the taste might just be like a 30. Smell wise, it smells like cookies and cream. This is the only one I've smelled so far that is like exactly what it says. I don't smell anything else but cookies and cream. It just smells exactly like it. So 10 on smell, just because it does what it says. But now the true test, will it be good if I taste it? Wow, that kind of let me down. That's disappointing. They are good. They do taste like cookies and cream, but it's like not a saturated taste at all. I want to bite into this and know I'm eating cookies and cream, not that I'm eating a cracker. I'm gonna actually give this a 6 on taste, because it does taste good, but it really let down my expectations. Maybe I had too high of expectations for this one. Overall, it let me down, so we're gonna move on to the next one, and hopefully the next one blows it out the park. Next up, we have one I don't know if I'm gonna like, if it ever comes. Okay, so we have Pocky. It is green tea flavored. I don't know how I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm a coffee guy, I'm not a tea guy. I've never really enjoyed the taste of green tea. I'm gonna give it a try, and maybe this will change my perception and I'll start drinking tea. Presentation wise, we're gonna give this a 9. I know I said the ones with the box weren't as good, but this is like a smaller handheld package, so I don't expect like a big flap on this one because it's supposed to be small, and it does look pretty appealing. They have like turf grass in the background, so maybe you take these golfing, I don't know. So it again comes in their classic brand with their name all the way down to make sure you know their name. These look like almost like a strand of grass. I don't necessarily like the smell of these. I guess it does smell like green tea. I can't really dock it smell just because I don't like the smell of green tea though. I'm gonna give it a 9 on smell, just because it smells like green tea. I just don't like green tea. But for taste now, this is where it could get rough. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I don't like the taste of green tea, but it's not like too much of a green tea when I get that like weird face and I'm just disgusted. This gets an 8 on taste. I never would have thought this would have got an 8, because I do not like green tea at all. Like, I want a freaking cup of coffee in my... But now we're gonna move on to the final 2, which are actually not Pocky, but they're kind of like Pocky. Okay, so next up we have our... Okay, so they're now probably all broken. Shout out to Kristen. This one is actually called Pajoy, Pajoy, I don't know. Whatever this is, if you know how to say it correctly, let me know. But this pretty much is Pocky, but the only difference is the chocolate looks like it goes inside the stick this time instead of outside. And I know this is supposed to be a Pocky video, but hey, if this is better than Pocky, then this is the new Pocky, you know? It's just gonna take over. Presentation wise, it's the exact same box as the green tea one, which is weird because it's a different brand, but we're gonna give it a 9 again. It's the pocket size, we like it. It has the exact same branding as Pocky. So I'm not sure if this is made by the same company. It might be made by the same company. Most of the sticks in here are now broken, I can feel. Okay, so they don't actually...
It's gone.
This is what the stick looks like. It's supposed to be about this tall, but they're now all broken. Smell wise, This is where it gets a bit weird because since the chocolate is on the inside, all I smell is cracker, because unless I smell directly on the insides and shove this thing all the way up to my brain, I'm not gonna smell the chocolate. I give this a 6 on smell just because I actually don't get any smell out of it really. But I know it's probably still gonna be good, but we need to move on to taste because I feel like that's the only thing that's gonna save this. For taste, the difference between the Pocky and the patchouli has the chocolate on the inside, so when you bite in, it's less of like eating a cracker and more like biting into chocolate. It's like a reverse feel of the other sticks. So I'm gonna give this a 9 on taste just because I do like how you bite into it and it's more like chocolate, but there is no smell and it is just regular chocolate. But we're gonna move on to our next and final item. So next up we have something completely different. It is called Yam Yam.
Yan Yan.
It is called Yin Yin. This is a bit different. This isn't like Pocky at all, okay? This is Yin Yin. It's made by Magie and it is chocolate creme cracker stick with dip. So this is what it looks like. Presentation, we gotta give this a 10. The Yam Yam don't look like anything I've ever seen before. So on the inside, one side is just filled with chocolate and the other side is filled with sticks. The reason I got this one is because it is like Pocky because it's crackers and chocolate. But this is like the do-it-yourself kit, you know? You get to put all this chocolate on one stick if you want, which is what I'm going to do. Presentation, again, it's a 10. It's almost like those cheese dips you got as a kid where you pulled it out and dipped it in the cheese, and I know everyone was addicted to those in my middle school. Smell-wise, smells like a cracker. It smells like chocolate. I'm gonna give this a 9 just because it doesn't smell like anything new, but it does smell good. We're gonna get our first dip in. Now this is the one thing I like about this. I get to choose how much chocolate I want on it. That's pretty cool in my books. And we're gonna move on to our taste test. That is the sugariest chocolate of all of them we've tasted. I'm gonna give this a 10 on taste because this tasted really good. And with the presentation and I get to dip as much chocolate I want on that stick as I want, it is pretty cool. And I think we're gonna move on to our final tally of who is the best Pocky, and let's find out who wins. For our all-time awards of best Pocky in the world, we're going to be doing a top 3. Now 2 of these items tied, and it is 3rd and 2nd place. Technically they're both going to come 2nd today, and those items are going to be these 2.
Woo!
We have the Yam Yam and the crunchy strawberry Pocky. Shout out to these 2. These were the best 2 from presentation wise, to taste, to smell that we liked in 2nd place. So for our number 1, can we get a drum roll please? We have boom, Almond Crunch Pocky. Probably saw this coming as I've been saying this whole video that it's my favorite, and last video, link up in the top if you want to go see it. This was obviously my favorite from the last video. All the items it has combined onto one stick is just mouth-watering and delicious. I think this is probably the best Pocky for me of all time, and I'm gonna give this the number 1 crown, which is going to be a little plastic sheet that has chocolate on it. So they are the winner. Yeah, woo! Almond Crunch Pocky. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you liked, make sure to comment down below what was your favorite food, and make sure to subscribe and like the video because that would be awesome. Sneak peek for the next eating video we have planned. It's probably the scariest video I've ever thought about doing, and it is going to be Hot Food Challenge. We have 4 items of the hottest of tastes. We have the world's hottest gummy bear. We have ghost pepper candies. We have hot chocolate, and we have the devil's foot. So if you want to see me ruin my intestines and eat the hottest food in the world in the next video, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you do not miss my next video where I probably ruin my life. But that being said, thanks so much for watching the video. If you have any ideas of what you want me to eat, make sure you comment down below and I will reply. But that's it for the end of the video, so let's let the music play. Wait. Did you subscribe? Okay, you subscribed? Okay, never mind.